See that?
Back up a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. It wasn't that long ago in America where if someone sat down at a bar and ordered an imported beer, they were met with looks of confusion and intrigue by their peers. According to NPR, Anheuser-Busch and Miller Coors were the only names in beer at the time, and they still hold that dominance today. However, according to an article written by Charles B. Stockdale at 247wallstreet.com, Guinness ranked number 5 on their 2012 list of America's favorite beers, with sales reaching over 93 million. This figure reflects an increase in sales in the United States by over 16% from 2011. The history of one of Ireland's most popular beers is rich and full, and the legacy that Guinness has created has caused it to become just as popular as any domestic beer here in America today. The breadth of information available relating to Guinness is all-encompassing. However, I will limit myself to a brief history of the beer, the characteristics that make it unique, and its rise in popularity in the United States. According to the Guinness website, the roots of the Irish beer can be traced back to St. James Gate Brewery in Dublin, Ireland. In December of 1759, Arthur Guinness acquired the St. James Gate Brewery for the equivalent of about 147 American dollars. Once up and running, the first exported shipment consisted of only 6.5 barrels that were shipped to England in 1769. The prestige and reputation of this Irish porter began to grow when the beer was referenced in an Irish publication called the Gentleman's Magazine. In 1799, an important turning point to take place when Arthur Guinness decides to solely devote his brewery to the ever-popular porter-style beer. In 1833, the Guinness Brewery becomes the largest brewery in Ireland, and in 1817, Guinness Stout makes its first appearance in the United States. Once Guinness was available overseas, the American population started to acquire a unique taste for this porter stout beer. Today, Guinness is considered one of the most unique beers on the market due to the careful attention paid to the way it is paired and treated. One of the things that make Guinness different from other beers like it on the market are the details of its composition. Guinness is classified as an Irish porter stout beer and is surprisingly low in calories compared to many light beers, despite its full-body texture and heavy foam. The barley used to brew Guinness is roasted in order to achieve a dark, complex flavor that many say contains hints of chocolate, molasses, and coffee. Another distinct difference to this beer is the way it is poured. There are 5 steps to a perfect Guinness pour, and without the successful completion of these steps, the end result could be altered sufficiently. First, use a tulip-shaped glass. Second, hold it at a 45-degree angle so the nitrogen bubbles settle correctly. Third, fill the glass 3/4 of the way up, gradually straightening the glass while pouring. 4 is let the beer stand for 2 minutes in order to complete the settling process. And 5 is to top it off and let the foam head settle completely. Because of the unique characteristics and unmistakable flavor components, it is no surprise that Guinness is becoming so much more than a St. Paddy's Day favorite. The popularity of this Irish import in America has caused its sales and brand recognition to increase exponentially over recent years. According to the Wall Street Journal, Guinness is no longer a beer reserved for distinguished scholars, but can also be a favorite of the local fraternity crowd in a college town near you. The company has taken measures to reinvent the way that younger drinkers between the ages of 20 to 35 see the brand. Traditionally, this porter is heavy in texture and is served warm in a pint. However, Guinness has incorporated variations of the traditional porter stout to appeal to a lighter palate, and they have also mastered the art of canning and bottling the beverage to make it more appealing to younger generations. It is not hard to see why the history of Guinness will always be as deep and rich as the flavors that make the stout so desirable. The following of this Irish beer are ever so loyal, and the unique characteristics that make Guinness what it is will continue to attract a younger generation in the future. It won't be long before everyone is inspired to find their own perfectly poured pint.